Have utilities. Just as a mental note, the market is now down 6 points. We are now down 5 and 50. Starting off with NRG Energy, we are not looking as strong as maybe I would have liked. Man, last week was nasty for them, 42 to 40. Well, it's not really that big. Looks like we want to try to maybe go to the 39.75, but if we can maintain this nice, well, look, we're kind of at the top of over here, which would make sense. Let's draw a line. This constitutes a line. Okay, so we have a lot of support at this area, kind of support over here and over here. It's kind of the top of all this right here. So actually, I would be a buyer here with a well-defined exit strategy, anything below the teal line. DUK, oh look, DUK is doing all right. I would not be, well, actually, we are doing pretty well. This is a night, we're looking like we're getting ourselves in a squeeze, as it shows right here. Volume was dipping right there, but volume's starting to pick back up. I really enjoy what it did on Friday. It looks like we're... Excuse me. Looks like we might pop up to the 106 early on this week, come back down maybe to the 105 as support, and then find ourselves trying to break out of the 9.2. So... would I be a buyer? I would be, but I would be a cautious buyer.
Yo, what's up?
Boy. Huh? Oh, because I'm blind to shit, but like sometimes I can see.
So we got DTE energy right here. We are consolidating kind of right at the top. I enjoy this. It looks right when we draw a line right here to give everybody a line frame of reference. Anything above this teal line, I am a buyer. Get ready, because if we can break above this right here, because we got stopped out right at the highs from December 16th, we break that, then next target would be the 122, and it should rock pretty fast. So if we can break out, we are up to 122 probably in a blink of an eye.
You're lady now? Okay, come on. No, I mean, up there.
We have MSEX water coming up whenever the chart shows. Ooh. Yeah. We hit that trend line, and since that trend line, we have straight cratered. However, the only problem right here, 111.73 might be a nice target for us to buy some support. But yes, MSEX water is kind of difficult. The reason I say it's difficult because it doesn't trade heavy, right? Do I see anything really wrong? No, but we bounced off of that completely. I kind of thought we might break above and ride the trend line higher, but I was completely wrong. We hit that trend line and we got just destroyed. I would say we find ourselves some support. Don't know exactly where that support will be. It looks like it might be here. We might all the way go down to the 110. But then when we come back up, look where we will be. We'll be above the breakout of the 121. And it looks like we'll still try to maybe hold this trend line to the bottom half of it. Because if you look back here, we literally did the same thing. The last trend line break was at 112 up to 121, so 10 points. But we did have a nasty drop. We also did the same thing here when we originally broke below the trend line.
So
Brookfield Renewable Partners. If we hold right here, anything above the 33.41, I would be a buyer, but a skeptical buyer because it looks like we might want to come down and reach the overall target of the downside targets, which would be 32.13. But if we do not break below this 33.34 or 33.41, then the bulls still have it, as we are making a higher high and a lower or a higher low. This little blip right here, we can kind of say is more into this general trend up, because we're just kind of consolidated. But in order for me to really be a buyer and like it, it needs to be above this 34.46. Sonova. Path of least resistance would be to the downside. We are not looking good at all for Sonova. We had a quick pop up, but path of least resistance, we hit the low of 22 on Thursday. It looks like we probably path of least resistance is down to 13.26, which is just terrible. Terrible. We might need to readjust this because this is just terrible. We got AES coming up next whenever the chart comes in. Oh man, this doesn't look good either.
Every bar closed at 9 o'clock, right? I'm home 2 o'clock in the morning. Okay? I don't know what the fuck I even do. Like, there's nothing open.
This is path of least resistance is retesting these lows of 22.60, and then probably even lower down to this 21 or 21.91. I don't know why. Well, you probably have to look at natural gas. But this is confusing because I know we've had some winter weather in America. Again, I'm not anywhere close to America. I'm hot and sweating. So, but we are making, if we breach this right here, the 2020 low or the 1220 low, then I see we will probably rip fast down to the 22. So keep that in mind. But if we can hold this and then we double bottom, well, almost a triple bottom, right? Then that might be the turning point. However, just remember, we might bounce fast and roll even quicker. Idaho Corp or Ida Corp. I don't see too much of a problem with Idaho Corp. Just be very simple or be careful. There's not that much trading in it. But yeah, made all-time highs. And we're still in a squeeze. I don't see anything too wrong. We bounced off of the 50% of this extension pretty well. I would say next target would be our first extension, which would be 115. Second target would be the 116. American Water. I don't see anything wrong with American Water either, even though, oh, never mind. Never mind. That looks absolutely horrendous. But look where we bounced. We bounced right off of it. I thought we would probably hold this teal line. However, we did not. We broke right past that teal line really quick, but look where we ended up. We bounced perfectly off the 50%. Now, it's the same place we were back on 12.3. This place, I would be a buyer because we've ripped every one of these people out since 12.3. With anything below 171 as being a get out, and let's look in a couple of weeks. But at this point right here, I would be a buyer of anything above 71.31. Republic Services is not looking good. However, what's going on? Here we are. Do I see anything completely wrong with Republic Services? No. Do I also see that what's probably nasty for Republic Services is that the Fed wants to raise interest rates, and because each truck is quite expensive. So if you want to raise interest rates, that means that the trucks and the distribution centers and the landfills and everything will be more expensive for Republic Services. Over the long run, do I see a problem with it? No, not at all. Why do I not see a problem? Because the one thing about trash is that they can readjust quite easily, right? So if their costs go up, who do you think they're going to pass their costs on to? Exactly, the customer. Now, it's kind of different as in with Apple or a technology, right? When it comes to trash, you're not gonna argue with the trash man. Whatever they tell you you're gonna pay, right? Trash is one of those things that they kind of can control the market. Do I see anything wrong long term with Republic Services? No. I would be a buyer here at the 132, but anything below the 132, I would be extremely cautious and then relook later.